We're here with John Carroll, and he's a candidate for U.S. Senate. John, we just want to ask you, you unveiled some of your issues today about your campaign. Tell us a little bit about the fact that you are opposing the Jones Act. That's one of your platforms, right?
Well, first of all, our whole economy here is really in the pits. We have the joblessness, homelessness, and they're talking about these as being problems. They're symptoms of this very sick economy. One of the major problems we have here is the fact that we pay so much extra for everything that we have. We can't have a viable agricultural industry here because of the fact that our farmers have to pay so much for herbicides, pesticides, and all the things that are there. If we can eliminate this one law, we can have worldwide trade coming in here, and we can probably morph our economy into something similar to the Singaporean economy, which has only 250 square miles of land, but a gross domestic product in excess of $180 billion a year compared to our $64 billion, most of which is government spending in tourism.
So some of your other issues that you unveiled today, can maybe fill us in a little bit on that.
Okay, well, first of all, the Akaka bill happens to be a very major issue with me. I feel that Hawaiian homesteaders are being short-circuited and hurt, really, because of the fact that they can never own the land that they're on, the theory being that they are too dumb to hold their land, that they're just going to sell it. I totally reject that, and I have about 23 descendants of mine that are all part Hawaiian, and I think that those that are the 50% should have that land in fee. I also think getting rid of the Hawaiian Homes Commission and all that goes with that would be a great benefit economically, and it would give land available, it's not being used now for homestead, to be given in fee simple to the Hawaiian homesteaders. That's what I believe the intent of the Ali'i was back in 1881 when they had a Homestead Act back at that time.
And my last question for you is you're running against former Governor Linda Lingle,
Yes.
And you're both running in the Republican primary. What do you see as your main difference between you and Governor Lingle?
Well, there's a number of main differences. The main difference is that she's running as a candidate for change, and I read and actually ran against her for governor back in 2002, and her new beginning made a whole bunch of promises. The economy would grow and we'd have great confidence in government and so forth. And what has happened is we've had the furloughs, we've had the loss of the super ferry, we have terrible problems with salaries and governmental intervention with what's going on. We have a business climate that's bad. She had the opportunity to get a lot of things done as a Republican. The Jones Act is just one of them, and that was part of the Republican Party platform. She didn't do anything to even push that. And I just think that if you look at what she has gotten done as governor and what I can do and have tried to do in the past 40 years is way, way different. And in addition to that, my qualifications are incredibly better than hers. She hasn't had a job in the private sector in the last 25 years that I know of. And she's had 16 years to get change. The change that she's made has all been for the worst. And I think that I can make a big difference in bringing what I know to the table here.
So where can people get more information about your campaign and your ideas?
Okay, we have a website which is www.carroll, C-A-R-R-O-L-L, number 4, or just the word 4, senate.com. That's one way to do it. They can also call our office is 526-9111. But the website is the best, and I'll be happy, by the way, to go to any small group if 3 or 4 people want to come and hear what I'm about or what my background is. And I would say this. The issue of money is going to come up. Mrs. Lingle's talking about having $10 million. She's up in the mainland raising money for that right now. I am absolutely horrified at having to raise money. I know it's got to be done, but what I am asking is that anybody who hears this will send $1 and say, I will help you get more votes. That is the kind of campaign I'd like to see. I also think she should be willing to debate. We've challenged her to debate. She will not come out, and I think that's really, really unfair for her to say, well, read my website if you want to know where I stand.